Hi, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Dustin, and on this channel I like to review Star Wars products, sci-fi items, and everything from the universe that we know and love. So without further ado, you saw the thumbnail, you know what it is, you know what we're doing. It's the Tusken Raider build, finally complete. It was a big challenge. I'm sorry for those that I'm not going to be able to get a how-to video out there. There was just too many complications with me having to run to the shop to go make adjustments to it, and the filming quality at the shop was just unattainable because of the loud equipment, machinery that's going on. It's just a hectic, crazy place. So unfortunately, there won't be a build video, but that's okay because I got lots of photos of how I got it to the point it is now. But without further ado, let's go check it out together. Nothing happened. When I go, come on, that means cut to the next scene. I'm gonna have a talk with the editor. Okay guys, here's my Tusken Raider helmet. It's finished. I'm pretty proud of it. I put a lot of man hours into it. It was a lot of hard work. And I think it turned out really well. Let's take a look together, shall we? So the mouth wrap was real leather that I used. I purchased off of Amazon. It cost around $13 a roll. Not cheap. This leather wrap mouthpiece here I actually got as a dollar store purchase. It was a glasses case that I cut up and folded into leather mouthpiece. And the rest of the 3D print model was not as accurate as I would have hoped. The eyes were definitely much too long. They were out to here. And I'll put up some reference photos of the original. And the eye stalks are indeed that long, but definitely not as oversized as these. You can see they should just be about a 1-inch diameter, and these is definitely an inch and a quarter. Won't get technical with it, but if you want to make an accurate prop or have an accurate replica from the movie, you want to get these features right, and especially if you're purchasing money for a 3D printed file or for somebody to 3D print it for you. So the head wrap that I gave it is all, what's it called? Help me out here, folks. It is canvas. I purchased some canvas from my local fabric store. I will not leave a link in the description below. And I dyed it with some tea and coffee to get that sand color. And the very, very dark black stuff, I used black tattoo ink. I used to be a tattoo artist. And I shortened the tusks because they were out to here much, much too long. It was ridiculous looking. And like I said, I'm a big guy for detail. And if you can't get these very simple features right, it's not going to look right. And the head spikes are just 3D printed plastic, but they're reinforced with screws underneath. All the wrapping took a very, very long time. That was probably the longest process. And that's why I did not make a how-to build video. So I'm just trying to adjust it to get it sitting on this stand how I would like it to. Trying to show off some of the main features. So this whole mouth area 3D printed model was all wrong. It was flush flat right up against here and would have brought the mouth way, way, way too far out. And the nose sat way too high. It was up here and not at the right angle. So I did some facial reconstructive surgery, literal plastic surgery, because it's plastic. And I got it to where I was happy with it, with the reference photos that I was going off of. And when you get really close into the mask here, there's not a single piece of plastic showing, even underneath all the wrap. It's all leather. The face piece is leather. The whole face has been covered in leather, and then the entire head has been wrapped in black canvas, the stuff that's been dyed with the tattoo ink, and then individually wrapped with the beige canvas. and I think I did a very, very good job. I was not going for a very original Tusken Raider look. I wanted more of a from the book of Boba Fett style Tusken, and I do believe most of them from that series have shorter eye stalks like this, and it gives it a very unique look, and I really, really enjoy it. And I think it turned out very, very well. I'm fairly pleased with the work I did. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. The 3D printed model ended around here. I don't know if you can see the line, probably not. But it was much too short for a Tusken Raider's head, and especially for their neck. And I have a long neck, and I needed it to be covered. So I built on an extra cardboard piece, about 3 inches of cardboard on the back of the neck. And the mouthpiece here, I actually wear a real life respirator underneath this mask to take up a lot of the room, but also to be very realistic in the sense that this mouthpiece is a respirator for the Tuskens to keep the sand out, and that's why their eyes are shaped like goggles and their heads wrapped in a cloth. It's for protection. So if you look at the real anatomy of his face, this is the respirator, these are the goggles, and this is his head. Very obvious. So when you wear it in real life, you have to wear a real life respirator to take up that extra space, and then the respirator plug ends up right in the mouth hole. It's very, very cool, and just trying to be accurate. I've always done stuff like that where I'm not just making a prop, I am living it. Most of my life is like that. And yeah, I think I did a very, very good job. It's fairly heavy. I will maybe get an guesstimation weight at the end, but I don't really think there's a need to. And I'm already starting a second one for a more traditional style with the longer eye cones, but the right size and a much lighter, um, not solid mask. So because when you look at a Tusken Raider, if you really know, yeah, we discussed it, his head's wrapped, he's wearing goggles, and a respirator. That's essentially what it is. So I'm making a lightweight version of it using a leather mask that zips up the back, kind of like a matador mask, and the rest will be wrapped, wearing the respirator piece to create the mouth, and then there'll be custom goggles. And it will be the most realistic Tusken Raider because it's not just a mask, it's the actual setup of the facial features. So, thank you guys for checking out the Tusken Raider, and we will cut back to me trying it on. And now we're back here to try on the helmet. Hold on, I got my mic on my hat. I have to put this on my first. Alright. Oh, got put on the respirator. There goes my mic. Lordy. Respirator on. I know I'm at the work. So what do you guys think? Turned out pretty good, eh? I got really, really good vision now. Tunnel vision even. Go to the back. And it's fairly comfortable too. It's pretty cool to have one of these things. So thank you guys for clicking on this video. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always, it's very important. Keeps the channel going. Helps out a lot. And thanks. See you guys next time.